guys, and welcome back to my KX Corner. I know it's been a while, especially for this particular quilt. Just a recap, this is the airplane quilt that I'm doing for my grandson. I was hoping to have it done for his first birthday in October. That didn't happen because I took my machine in to be serviced. I wasn't quite happy with the stitches. And then after that I had a work conference that I was on a trip for, and so I thought, well, I'll get it done for Christmas. Didn't get it done for Christmas. Had a couple other projects that I was working on, so now I have the next project ready to go on the frame, so I need to get this one completed. So here I am back at this airplane quilt in hopes to get it done in the next week or two so I can start the binding. So I'm almost to the point where I stopped and I turned my machine in to be serviced. I did go back and unstitch all of the stitching that I did, so I was a little over halfway done, and went and undid all the stitching. So we're going to get started on getting this completed now. Sorry for the mess. Down here we moved my machine to another spot while we're doing some remodeling, so we'll get started. Here we go. I know it's hard to see here up close. If I could move the camera back, I would. But now my next step is going to be squaring this up, and then this background fabric, I have quite a bit of excesses, so I'm going to use this for the binding. So I'll get the quilt squared up and then cut the binding strips, and then I will see you back at my machine for the binding. So, alright, I have the quilt all squared up and ready for the binding. I have the binding already done, 2.5-inch strips stitched together end to end at the 45-degree angle, and then folded in half and ironed so that we have a nice crisp edge seam there. So then what I'm going to do is stitch this to the edge of the quilt. I'm going to stitch it to the front side, and then I will wrap it to the back side and hand stitch the back. So I'll meet you at the machine. Attached to the front of the quilt, and so the next step is I will roll the binding around the edge. I don't know if you can see that. So I've got it on the front of the quilt. I'll roll it around the back, and then I will hand stitch the back. So this is the part where this really is kind of a traveling project now. So I will maybe sit and watch TV with the family or whatever, and just work on hand stitching this. I do have a road trip coming up, actually a couple of road trips coming up in the next few weeks, and so it might go with me on those trips as well. So, alright, hi everybody, we're back again, and it's been several weeks that it's taken me, but I have the airplane quilt completely done. Binding is done, so I did the hand stitching on the binding while we watched a series, and so it gave me a good twiddle project while we were watching TV. So this is done, and it's exciting. I'm so happy to have it done. So just a couple of updates. We were traveling quite a bit, so I did get a little bit of work done on my travel quilt that I'm doing. If you don't recall, I have a quilt that I'm working on that's completely hand stitch only, just because I don't want to travel with a sewing machine. So I got a little bit of work done on that. Then I have the firework finale that I'm working on. So this is month 2. I'm way behind because they've already finished the months already. So this was month 1, so I've got that done. Working on month 2, the pinwheel party. So then I'm also working on block of the month with Stitch Obsessed. This is just one of the blocks. This is month 2. So she's had 3 months released, and so I'm trying to keep up with that one. And then just an update on Mom's Cozy Christmas. I have not put anything back on my long arm frame since I took the airplane quilt off, because we are doing a lot of construction out in that main area of our basement, building a kitchen, and so I didn't really want a quilt on my frame that was getting dusty, so I'll wait and pause on that. I've got till Christmas, right? But it will be done before Christmas. I should be careful saying that because it'll probably come back to haunt me. And then the other thing I'm working on too is with the scraps left over from this firework finale, which is a block of the month with Missouri Star. I'm not sure if I said that. With these scraps, then I've kind of designed another flag quilt that I am thinking about putting together for my coworker. He just became a U.S. citizen, so that's pretty exciting, and so I thought I would make him a quilt. So we'll see if I get that done and what I end up doing with that. So, but that's the update of what's going on right now. Hopefully I will be able to get some things done, and it will be less than the nearly 3 months since I did an update. So, but I just wanted to get this one to you with the airplane update that it is completely done. It's super exciting, so we can put an end to this series. So I'll see you next time, guys. Have a blessed week.